fellow diamond painting addicts, and welcome back to Diamond Painting Anonymous. I'm Daphne, and as you can see, I am here today to unbox a Diamond Dots kit. I am trying to decrease the number of kits in my stash, which means I need to work on a bunch of stuff. And in order to facilitate me getting some numbers down quickly, because I am so far behind on my goals, I'm going to be doing some of my smaller kits, and this is one of them. So let me get it out of the box and I'll show you what I've got. Okay, so Diamond Dots does theirs a little bit differently. I've got my canvas, which I'm letting relax because it was rolled up kind of tight, as you can see here. So these are the instructions if you need instructions on how to diamond paint. I don't need those, so I'll recycle those. We have our drills, we'll look at those in a minute. And then we have our basic toolkit. So I'm not going to get everything out of here, but you can see we get a tray, we get a pen, we get pink wax, we get a scrunchie, and then we get some baggies. If you are someone who likes to work from baggies, then you can just work from those. I rarely use anything in this kit, so I will save all the pieces and parts and pass them on to other people who can use them. Schools are always eager to take supplies if you're interested, preschools as well. So I don't get any stickers, so we don't have any stickers to look at. So I just have to show you the canvas. We'll see how flat this is going to lay. And here it is. This is the Mandalorian. It says the Mandalorian and Child, I think. I just call it Mandalorian or Baby Yoda and the Mandalorian. So hubby picked this one out because he loved the Mandalorian. And when we saw this one, this is actually one that I bought at a craft store that's local here. Let me zoom out a little bit so you can see a little bit more of it. This is 37 by 55 is the design size. The actual canvas size, which means I'm assuming out to the edges like that, is 45 by 63. So I'll measure that in just a minute. And I'll take some B-roll so you guys can kind of see the whole thing since I can't get it all on camera. This is a partial, so like none of this right here gets diamond painted. It's just the Mandalorian figure and the Baby Yoda figure itself. There's quite a bit at the bottom that doesn't get diamond painted. And I've done several partials from Diamond Dots. Schematic on both sides. Diamond Dots is a little stranger than other diamond painting kits, although they're very easy to find. I was going to say Joann's, but Joann's is going out of business everywhere. So Michael's, you can order Diamond Dots online. Walmart carries Diamond Dots, I believe. So most craft stores will have something like this, and Diamond Dots has several different brands. This one is called Camelot Dots. So I think like a lot of their Disney stuff is Camelot Dots. They also do like a leisure arts version, I think, and they're kind of all at different price points. So you just kind of have to look around. But they don't use DMC codes. They have their own numbers. And I'm assuming that's probably to avoid any copyright proprietary problems with using the DMC codes, because DMC is actually an embroidery floss company, but I think those numbers have become sort of so ubiquitous that everybody uses them. And I would think that by now, if DMC was going to object, they would have. But anyway, so Diamond Dots has their own number here. So there's 8,000s, and I think anything that's an AB is a 5,000, if I remember correctly. And then they number them A1, A2, A3. So for your serial numbers, if you wanted to just use 1, 2, etc., you can do that as well. Even though I'm not a huge fan of partials, I would rather do full drill diamond paintings. He really wanted this one, so I'm going to do this one. We'll see how it turns out. Diamond Dots is really great, clear symbols and everything. They do have guide circles, which are not my favorite things. Diamond Dots used to only do rounds, but I do think you can find squares now. And usually if you get a square, the squares are full drill rather than being partials. I'm not quite sure why that is. You could do partials in both, I would think, but it's nice and sticky. I've never had any problem with that. Their drills are usually pretty good. The only issue that I have, like if I have ABs from a Diamond Dots kit, I'll save them. But the Diamond Dots AB drills, I don't think their regular drills are, but the AB drills are a teeny bit taller than other drills. So just be aware of that. If you use them in a different kit, like it's happened before where I used some Diamond Dots ABs in, I think it was a Diamond Art Club, they stick up a little bit more. So when I would run my roller over it, it doesn't necessarily touch all of the drills because those ABs stuck up a little bit further. Just FYI. Okay, let me go grab my measuring tape because I forgot that, and we'll measure. So this is supposed to be 37 by 55. So let's see what it measures across here. It's 37. And Diamond Dots also does that thing I'm just noticing. I think somebody told me this too, but they do that same thing like Dreamer Designs where the image is on that last little 1/4 inch around the canvas. So that's good. All right, and then if I turn it, this way is supposed to be 55. So I'm getting 54.5. So they may be rounding up. See, I never understand why they do that. So it's got it listed as 14.6 inches by 21.7 inches, but then it says 37 by 55. Why not do decimals on both if that's what you're going to do? It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, doesn't matter. Okay. So now we've looked at the canvas, we've looked at the schematic, we've measured it. Those of you who don't like drill trains, feel free to fast forward. We're going to look at the drills. All right, we've got a peach, we've got a dark blue, a dark brown, a dark red, a brown, like a navy blue. We've got another brown, kind of a salmon-y color, dark salmon, and a dark peach. We've got a dark gray, a black, another dark brown, a light pink. We've got 2 different shades of purple, a lavender and a darker lavender. We've got a dark sage green. We've got a slate blue, a light gray, and like a pale gray. We've got a peach, a bright yellow, pale yellow, kind of a mocha brown, 3 different shades of green here from light to dark. So we've got like a sage, then a green, and then a dark green, a hunter green, a dark gray, and a dark blue. And then our last sleeve of drills here, we've got kind of a spring green, kind of a khaki color, like a grayish brown, a dark grayish brown, kind of a grayish tan. We've got like a butterscotch, a coral, a bright peach, and a brown. So lots of brown, as you might imagine, because a lot of it is his little Jedi robe here, some green and things for his face, and then of course a lot of like grays and slate blues and things for the metallic of the Mandalorian himself. I think this one will work up really quickly. I'm excited about that because that would be something I can finish, and then I can mark it as a finish. I can mark the hours, and it's another kit gone out of my stash. So you'll probably see the kit up this one pretty soon. I don't think there's any events in May that I have on my calendar to do. I already did 3 events so far this year, so I don't think I have anything planned for May. That's it for me today, guys. Thanks so much for sticking around till the end of the video. Before you leave, don't forget to do all the things. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification icon so that you can be informed of future uploads. And as always, guys, thanks so much for watching.